I'm here. I'm here. Here. Um, I started the video, but I didn't have the camera plugged in, so it made me 1 minute late. Anyways, this is number 197 YouTube Live Yoga Routine. And this morning on my YouTube channel, what popped up on the side was a video titled Dissolving the Fear, Finding Your Own Beauty, Ram Dass. And it's from the YouTube channel Baba Ram Dass. And I just want to share something from the video quickly, then go right into the yoga routine. Now, the video was about 4 minutes or so, I think a little bit over 4 minutes. And it's about entering into love, capital L, love. And it's about coming out of the feeling and the mindset of unloving and entering into the feeling and the mindset of loving or being lovable. So it's about a mindset that we have that prevents us from feeling lovable and how to go into the feeling of being lovable. And Ram Dass explains this with his experience when he first met his guru. And he explained that when he first met his guru, that his guru loved him. And Ram Dass said that his mind kept on flickering. And he was thinking, but if he only knew. And then he realized his guru did know, but he still loved him. And he gives this example to explain that if you accept that you are lovable right now, then the mindset and the feeling of feeling not lovable starts to dissolve and it disappears eventually. It's all about being true, being you. It's about acceptance. That is the underlying key to feeling lovable. And then you start to tap into feeling lovable, entering into the energy of love. And this mindset that is negativity makes you feel you are not worthy, you're not lovable, and all this starts to dissolve because you're entering into capital L, love. And on the yoga mat, we're learning to do this because we are learning that we are not our thoughts, but rather we are the thing that can control the thoughts. We're the thing that's watching our thoughts. So we're separate from our thoughts, meaning we have the ability to get rid of negative thoughts, feeling unworthy, feeling not lovable, get rid of all that stuff and get a collection of thoughts that make us feel lovable. And it's all a process because once you tap into love, capital L, love, your life changes because you start doing things that are lovable. It's all a process and all begins on the yoga mat, or it can begin in a specific religion. Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism, whatever. But we do it on the yoga mat, or at least I do it on the yoga mat. So today, we're going to do 6 sun salutations, and we're going to move through them slowly, but we're going to keep our focus on our breathing the entire time. And when your focus is on the breathing, 100% on the breathing, you cannot have judgment come in between the mind and body. You cannot have control, and you just allow the mind and body to become one, which is yoga. And that taps into the capital O, oneness, where love is. And that oneness is a bliss of capital L, love. So, feet are shoulder width apart, toes go up, spread the toes, as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted. Arms are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. Neck is relaxed. So you're going to lengthen up in the mountain pose. You lengthen up, and then you let the bones sit on top of each other. You just focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. You're just going to watch yourself breathe. 100% focus on the breathing. So no thoughts, nothing enters into the mind. Your focus is on the breathing. That focus heightens your awareness and it lets you feel what's happening in the body. Lets you feel maybe a so-called issue in the knee, or the back, or the foot, or the shoulder, wherever it may be. But what you're learning is that you are not those so-called issues. So when you get off the yoga mat, you are not your so-called issues. It's all a mindset. So palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. Inhale slowly, as slow as you can, nice and easy. Then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward for the lower back. We're going to go right into the standing forward bend. Palms to the calves. Elbows into the sides of the legs. And you're focusing on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. So go nice and easy. It's the first sun salutation. So go nice and easy. Go right to the level of where you feel like, you know what, I can't go any further. So you don't. You settle and you accept. And you focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. Wherever you are, pull a little bit more into it. Pull yourself down a little bit more. Foreheads go to the knees a little bit more. And if you feel like you can't, then don't. Don't listen to me. I'm not your guru. I'm not your leader. You're going to learn to become your own guru, your own leader, listening to your own body. So when you get off the yoga mat, essentially what you learn is to listen to yourself. The palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally, back is arching, head is up. And you're just focusing on the breathing. Now make sure the front knee is not over the toes. If it is, just lengthen up some. Just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. Now when you're focused on the breathing here, you're feeling opened. So just feel opened. It's a mindset that you're gaining here. So when you get off the yoga mat, you feel open. You have an open mind. You may be in a situation where you need to have an open mind. That's what you're learning in this pose, to feel open. You learn that in every pose, but here you're opening up, accepting, and just focus on the breathing. Now you're going to go to high lunge. So you curl the toes under the back, knee goes up, get the leg as straight as you can. Back is straight or arched. And then downward dog. Now with the downward dog, you are pushing into this pose. So the arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor, and you are pushing into this pose. So push. But you're only pushing to the spot right before you feel like, you know what? I can't go any further. Find that spot, no matter where it is. Accept it and just focus on the breathing. Now, wherever you are, push a little bit more if you feel like you should or could. And if you don't, then don't. Again, you're not listening to me. You're listening to your body. We're just doing yoga together. You're learning to become your own guru. Now you're going to slide into the upper dog. It's a strength transition. So you drop down to the knees and the chest. You slide up. Tops of the feet are to the floor. Palms are to the floor. You're feeling open. Now, if you need to modify this pose, you go to hands and knees. You're going to do the cow. So hands and knees, arch the back. Or you do the small cobra, where you're on your belly, chest is off the floor. Palms are touching the floor, but you're not using them. You're not pushing up. You're pulling up with the back muscles. The back muscles are pull muscles. So pull up, and then just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. Feeling opened. And back to downward dog, pushing into it. Really, really push into it. Get to the spot right before you feel like, you know what? I can't go any further. Find that spot, settle, and then focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. And then left foot is up between the hands into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot is to the floor in the back. Knees to the floor. Hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is arched. Head is up. And you're feeling open. Now make sure the front knee is not over the toes. If it is, lengthen up some. And then just feel open. Very important pose. Very basic pose, but extremely important. The basic poses in yoga, at least in the yoga circles that I'm in or know of, are very important. Because we think big. In America, we think big, big, big. But the simple poses is where it's at. Many times. Big poses are cool too. But we don't want to forget the little poses, the basic poses, very important poses. So with the high lunge, curl the toes under the back, knee gets straight as you can get it. And then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down, focus on the breathing. Just like this pose. This pose is very simple, basic. Everybody knows this pose. You may not even think of it as a yoga pose, but that's all right. Still a pose. Everything's yoga. If your mind and body's connecting, you're doing yoga. Washing dishes can be yoga. Vacuuming the living room floor can be yoga. Putting up the Christmas tree can be yoga. Christmas is around the corner. Putting up Christmas lights can be yoga. If your mind and body's connected to the activity, boom, you're doing yoga. So palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. And again, inhale. Then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back, palms to the calves, elbows to the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down. In this pose, you get all the air out, and then you release. And then you just breathe, focusing on the breathing. Very, very important pose because you're focused on the breathing, which heightens your awareness, makes you become aware of the subtle movement in this pose. The subtle movement is when you inhale, the belly swells with air, so it pushes you out of the pose slightly. When you exhale, the belly goes in, so you go back into the pose slightly. And just focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Left leg is back, opening up, feeling open. Remember, with the low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. See, I almost fell. Arch in the back, head is up. It's okay. I almost fell. Yesterday, I struggled with talking. Today, I'm struggling with talking a little bit. And it all comes from being honest. I'm writing a paper for a class I've taken. And my mind's on that paper. I'm not trying to get my mind off that paper, but my mind is on that paper. Even when my mind's not on my paper, even when my mind is not on that paper, I still feel like the mind should at least be on that paper. Interesting, right? Yoga instructor is not being one. It's not doing yoga. Truth, man. Truth is yoga. So curl the toes under the back, knee goes up, high lunge, then downward dog, pushing into it. There's one thing cool about these yoga routines every day at 5:30. I've been doing, what was it, 197 every day. That not all the yoga routines are the same. Sometimes I do good. Sometimes I do, what? What are you doing? Sometimes I can't talk. Sometimes I almost fall. It's awesome, man. It's awesome because that reflects life. Life is not always the same. And then you're going to slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest, slide up. Modify the pose how you have to. Feeling opened. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. And then back to downward dog, pushing into it. Really, really push into it. Then left foot is up, between the hands, opening up, feeling open. Remember, the low lunge, top of the foot's to the floor in the back, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally, back is arching. Make sure the front knee is not over the toes, and you feel opened. So no matter if you're closed up a little bit physically, still a mindset. You feel open. The body does not dictate whether you feel open or not. And that's an important thing we're learning on the yoga mat. Because you take that off the yoga mat, and when you're in the so-called real world, and you're in a closed situation, say a job or a relationship, when you accept where you are, the mind opens, and then you see different ways to think of how to get out of that situation. Or you reinterpret the situation, and then the situation seems, you know what? I do love my job. You know what? My relationship is awesome. But you have to first accept where you are. Standing forward bend. High lunge. Then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. And then focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. And then you're going to go to mountain pose. Now, we're going to do 4 more sun salutations. And in the sun salutations, you're going to focus on the breathing, 100% focus on the breathing. That heightens your awareness, and it lets the movements and the stretching become more than just movements and stretching. It's becoming a form of a moving meditation. So, in the sun salutations, you open up in one pose, and you close up in another pose. That's how it's designed. So when you open up, you're inhaling, and then when you close up, you're exhaling. Now, the way we're going to do these 4 sun salutations, when you inhale as much as you can, you're going to inhale, 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 and then you're going to release, and then just watch yourself breathe. Then you're going to go into the next pose, and when you close up, you're going to exhale, 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 get all the air out, then release, then just watch yourself breathe. Now, the only position that we don't do that in is the one where we reach up, inhale. Because when we do that, we inhale, and then we exhale, then we'll inhale, exhale, focusing on our breathing. So, feet are shoulder width apart, knees are bent, hips are tilted. And just focus on the breathing. Remember, focus 100% on the breathing, going into each pose as much as you can, but not past that point of where you know you shouldn't go. Listen to your body. So palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. Inhale. Inhale as much as you can. Then you exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward. Standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Get all the air out. Exhale. And then release. And then just watch yourself breathe. Then left leg is back. Low lunge. Opening up. Inhale. Inhale as much as you can. Inhale, inhale. And then release. And then just watch yourself breathe. Then downward dog, pushing into it. Exhale. Get all the air out. Exhale, exhale. Then release. And then watch yourself breathe. Then upper dog, inhale. Inhale, inhale. Then release. Then watch yourself breathe. Then downward dog, exhale. Exhale, exhale, get all the air out, then release, and then watch yourself breathe. Then left foot is up between the hands, inhale. Inhale, inhale. Then release, and then watch yourself breathe. And standing forward bend. Exhale, get all the air out. Exhale, exhale. Then release, and then watch yourself breathe. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. Then inhale. Exhale. Standing forward bend, get all the air out. Then release, and then watch yourself breathe. Left leg is back. Low lunge, inhale, and then release, and then watch yourself breathe. Now make sure you're inhaling, exhaling as much as you can, opening up. The downward dog, exhale. Even the downward dog. Then release, and watch yourself breathe. Now even in a closed position like the downward dog, you're opening up because you're accepting. Inhale, upper dog. Then release, then watch yourself breathe. And exhale, downward dog. And then release and watch yourself breathe. Left foot is up between the hands. Inhale, opening up. Inhale, then release, and watch yourself breathe. And standing forward bend, exhale, then release, and watch yourself breathe. Palms together, inhale, then exhale. Two more, inhale. Really just focus on your breathing now. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Exhale, standing forward bend, get all the air out. And then release, and then watch yourself breathe. When I say release, you release the body too. Left leg's back. Inhale, then release, and watch yourself breathe. Downward dog, exhale, then release, and watch yourself breathe. Upper dog, inhale, then release, and then watch yourself breathe. Downward dog, exhale, release, watch yourself breathe. Left foot is up. Inhale. Release. And watch yourself breathe. Standing forward bend. Exhale. Release. And watch yourself breathe. Palms together. Inhale. Then exhale. One more sun salutation. Inhale. Exhale. Get all the air out. Release. And watch yourself breathe. Left leg is back. Inhale. Release. And watch yourself breathe. Exhale. Downward dog. Then release. And watch yourself breathe. Upward dog. Inhale. And release. Then watch yourself breathe. Exhale, downward dog. Release. And then watch yourself breathe. Left foot is up. Inhale. Release. And watch yourself breathe. Exhale, standing forward bend. Release. Then watch yourself breathe. Palms together. Reach out, up and back. Inhale. Then exhale. And then the mountain pose. Remember, in mountain pose, feet are shoulder width apart. Knees are bent, hips are tilted, arms are relaxed, shoulders relaxed, neck is relaxed. You lengthen up, then let the bones sit on top of each other. You're letting the skeleton stand as if you were just your skeleton. And you're thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. You're watching yourself breathe. To watch yourself breathe, you're focusing on the belly. As you inhale, the belly swells with air. You watch that. When you exhale, the belly goes in. You watch that. Or you watch the air go in and out of the nose. So bring your focus to the tip of the nose and watch the air go in and out. And remember, you're already breathing automatically. So you're only watching yourself breathe. You're not controlling it. Letting go of control and just watch it. Then what'll happen, most likely, you'll start to think about other things. And when you realize, hey, I'm thinking about other things. I'm not watching myself breathe. Just let go and watch yourself breathe. That'll happen over and over and over. And it's a process. And eventually, what'll happen is that you'll realize you are not your thoughts. But you're the thing that's watching your thoughts. Meaning, you can control what you think. So we're just going to stay here a little bit longer. So just watch yourself breathe. Bring the palms together. Now stay. That's it. So that's number 197 YouTube Live Yoga Routine. So I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.